friends, here we are again today for another video recipe. The recipe I'm going to prepare today, it's called panzanella and it's a typical Tuscan salad. It's considered a peasant dish because it's a creative way from our farmers to reuse stale bread that cannot be given to farm animals. So what you need for this recipe is old bread, at least 2 days. It really has to be dry because then we're going to soak it in water and vinegar. The best breads for this dish are Ciabatta, which would be the best, Tuscan, Pugliese, or Italian round. Then you need a couple of ripe but firm tomatoes, red onion, and this is pretty much about half of a big one, both sliced, basil, Italian extra virgin olive oil, Italian high quality red or white wine vinegar, and we're not going to use balsamic vinegar for this recipe. And then you need a bowl of water. Now first thing I'm going to do is to put some wine vinegar into the water because this will give a little bit more flavor, more of a uniform flavor to the bread and to your salad. And then we're going to soak the bread in the solution. So give me just a second, that I'll clean up and I'll be right back with you. And we're back. So we really don't have any quantities for this recipe. It's all a matter of taste and of use. So I'm used to figure out pretty much like this as far as vinegar. And we're going to put our bread in. It really needs to soak to the point of being easy to crumble. So here we go. We'll set this aside for a moment and we'll crumble our onions. Now if onions are too strong and you want to remove some of its strength, you can soak them quickly, like 5-10 minutes in water and vinegar. That will really make the difference. So our tomatoes, and because seasoning the salad with the bread already in could be a little bit more complicated. What I usually do, I put together the vegetables and the basil and season them as a salad and then add the bread. If needed, then I'll add a little bit more of olive oil to incorporate the bread better into our salad. So remember, you should never wash or rinse basil because you're washing away its flavor. So the best way to go is to just brush it a little bit with some damp either cloth or paper towel, and that'll do it. And you also shouldn't really cut it with a knife. It doesn't really matter if it's irregularly broken. So give me just 1 second for the bread to soak a little more and we will be back in a flash. And we're back. So a little pinch of salt. Just give it a quick stir. And then squeeze all the bread so you'll make sure that no water goes into your salad, and just crumble it in your vegetables. Here too, once again, the quantity of the bread depends on how you like it. One thing you can do, if you particularly like vinegar, you can add your vinegar, some vinegar to the vegetables too. That way you will add a little bit more taste. Now the reason why we use this bread is that even though it's soaked in a liquid, it doesn't get that gluey idea. It's always crumbly and nice. And there's people that add other kind of vegetables like cucumbers, lettuce, carrots. There's people that propose this salad with bread croutons. This is not what it is. Panzanella is just basically old bread soaked in water and vinegar, and then tomatoes, onion, and basil. That's pretty much all it is. If you want, you can make a more complete dish just by adding some tuna or some hard-boiled eggs, if you are considered serving it as a single dish. So, just 1 second. And here we go. Just a little bit more olive oil. And we are almost done. It's easy, fresh, nice, quick, and it's a good way to reuse some of the bread that otherwise we would end up throwing away, which is never a good thing. So, here's our salad. Now I'll get closer so that we can take a closer picture of the salad, and you'll have it in the video as usual. So I hope you will try this recipe and enjoy it. So buon appetito e a presto!